Welcome to the first of our Girl Gone International aired Google Hangouts. Girl Gone International is a very fast-growing and fun global organisation community with over 10,000 members. We represent, connect and support the new generation of women living abroad, whether that be for work, love, travel or study. We hold hundreds of free events all over the world, have busy hubs in 17 cities, with more opening up this year. We have busy online communities on different platforms, and this is all funded by our magazine Girl GI, which is a digital lifestyle and travel magazine created exclusively for women like us who live abroad or travel often or are struck with wanderlust and itchy feet. We have a big, huge, welcoming family of young women, and it's important that you're all involved in all aspects of the organisation, even if that is from a distance. So from now on, we'll be airing our Global Community Manager Hangouts on our YouTube channel, so you can get to know us and get a sneak peek behind the scenes. 150 women work together on different projects within Girl Gone International, and within 12 months we've already come so far, and we're only just beginning. Hi, so welcome to the Girl Gone International Community Manager Hangout. It's Sunday, not quite sure of the date, but I believe it's the end of July. Got a bit of heat stroke, not quite functioning today, but that's okay. So I'll just introduce myself. My name's Anne Scott. I founded Girl Gone International a couple of years ago now, well, 18 months, and it's just gone very big, very quickly. These are some of the community managers in the different cities that have opened in the last 12 months. So I'll get them to introduce themselves one by one. So we'll start with Megan Klein. She's the other half of our headquarters here in Amsterdam. Do you want to say hello?
Hi, I'm Megan Klein. I work in Amsterdam with Girl Gone International, mostly working on the magazine, so the visual part of that, putting that together. And I'm also involved with some of the community side, so that's me.
Yeah. Let's go over to Tina in Rome.
Hi, I'm Tina. I'm in Rome. Sorry. I'm the community manager here in Rome, and I'm the Love and Sex editor of the magazine.
And what have you been working on in the magazine in the last week? This is quite fun.
A lot. I've been working on a lot of things in the last week. So we're working on issue 3 currently. You have a lot of exciting content coming up. So there's Bex that's on the cargo ship. She'll be doing Bonnie's section on travel and adventure. She'll be writing about her experiences on a travel. It's a cargo ship going from Athens to Hong Kong. So the last I heard from her, she was in Singapore. Okay. So that should be pretty cool. We do have an interview with an international playboy, Alan from Scotland. He's half Scottish, half Italian. He's got quite a personality. So I'll be interviewing him via Skype on Wednesday, and anyone who has any questions for this guy, please do post it on one of the community boards because we're looking for what everyone is wondering about him. He's currently writing a book right now, so we'll be talking to him about that. And then issue 3, Sex with Italians. So.
Things you have to do for your job, Tina.
I'm all about the research, both quantitative and qualitative.
Yes.
I am a social scientist, my ladies.
Okay, so from Rome over to London and Danny.
Hi, I am Danielle Robinson. I am the co-organizer for London. I'm the newbie girl on the block. I'm helping out Veronica for a bit, and I am also working with Tamara on the Pinterest site, which is basically kind of pulling all the content, curating all the content that's there, making it quite a pleasant site for everyone to kind of go to and click through to the website and things like that. Yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah, and I'm planning my first London meetup soon. Details TBC.
I noticed quite a lot of activity on the Pinterest site actually, which was nice to see the last few days. So I can see you on it. I was like, oh, Danny's been busy.
Yeah, I've just literally had this weekend off. It was the first weekend I've had off in July, so I was like, yeah, let me just get down to it and start working on it.
Nice, thanks for that. Good. Okay, so from London over to LA.
Hey, my name is Joanne Melzer. I've been living in LA now for about 18 months, and I'll be setting up the Los Angeles group, and we have our first meetup tomorrow night at a Japanese restaurant in downtown LA. So it's a rooftop terrace with views over the city. We have 10 RSVPs so far between Facebook and Meetup, so hopefully we have quite a good evening tomorrow.
Excellent, good. And where are you from originally? You're one of our other girls, so we don't know that much about you. Well, I do, but the other girls don't so much.
So I'm originally from Ireland. Went to university and worked in England for a few years. Lived in France for 12 months, 18 months maybe, and then moved to Hamburg, Germany for 8 years. So I just left Germany in 2010, and I went for a 6-month trip around the world with my husband before we came back to LA and settled here.
Amazing. Another true international girl there. Good. Okay, so you just moved from Hamburg, so let's go to Hamburg with Merit.
Yes. Hello, this is Merit speaking from Hamburg. Some of you already know me. I'm the community manager of Hamburg for 1.5 years almost now. And our next meetup is next Wednesday, and we have 93 girls RSVPing at the moment. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of girls. I'm really looking forward to see hopefully half of them. But and we have a lot of stuff going on for August, and I'm still very excited to lead the GGIs in Hamburg. Yeah. And yes, I'm originally from Germany, from Kiel. That's my hometown, and I lived for 1.5 years in Australia. And there's not 2 months where I'm not thinking about traveling again, and I just can't wait to go somewhere else in the next few weeks.
Good stuff, good stuff. So from Hamburg over to another former Hamburg resident. We all have Hamburg in common, most of us. It's scary. So over to Iceland. And which city are you in?
I'm in Reykjavik, which is the capital city of Iceland, and it actually means smoking bay because of all the volcanoes and stuff.
Wow.
Fun fact for you there.
Good fact.
So I'm Rachel, originally from the UK, but I've lived pretty much everywhere. France, Hamburg for 1.5 years, like everybody else, it would seem. Australia, Austria, and now Iceland. And so I'm the community manager here in Reykjavik, and I've already done 2 events and a photo shoot for the magazine. And we had a great time yesterday doing the photo shoot because we had really great weather.
Yeah, the pictures looked great, Rachel.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wasn't that your dress that one of the girls was wearing?
Yeah, she looked better in it than me. I was really annoyed.
I was like, I know that dress.
Most of them were wearing at least one item of my clothing.
Okay.
But yeah, basically what we did was we just we got a few really good photos here in my apartment because, you know, we started here and we all drank wine. Then we went out into Reykjavik. We got a few photos out in Reykjavik. And we even had our youngest little GGI, one of the girls brought her daughter along. And the little girl, Emilia, she's so excited to be like, I want to be in the magazine. You have to send me the magazine. But we've had a couple of events here as well. So it's going well. And we've already got about 30 GGIs, like regular GGIs, but they're all bringing their friends along and stuff. And most people are on holiday at the moment. So.
Yeah. Is anyone else find that it's quite a quiet time of the year for them, or not?
Yeah, on the wall, but not new girls in the group.
Okay.
We have, I think this weekend we had about 10 new girls on Facebook. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, lots of people are arriving. Like for example, the Erasmus students coming to get their what's the word? Houses and stuff, resident stuff, and everything sorted before they. I've had too much wine, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting words in my native language, that's bad.
I've had too much wine, I've had too much sun, I'm amazed we're even all standing, it's all fine. Empty, go fill that up. You're allowed to leave for a second to refill.
No, it's okay, I'm fine.
I just thought, well, we have so many new cities opening up. In fact, bear with me 2 seconds. I'll get my board.
Board.
I have a board. I can't remember them all because
So organized.
Whoa.
Yeah.
we have so many. I can't remember them. Therefore, I had to work beside a board to check them all. So we've got Paris opening up. Oh, Düsseldorf. How did I forget that one? So Düsseldorf is opening up as well. Yeah, there are many. This is why I need the board. I also need the map. So Megan's lucky she can control all because she sits in front of a huge, huge, massive map. I have no such luck. I have a globe here, but it turns out it was like based on like the 1920s. Oh no, something like that. It's really not.
When China still belonged to the UK and stuff.
Maybe we should club together and get you a Christmas present.
So I thought because we have so many new communities opening up, that'd be kind of nice just to explain a little bit about, I don't know, what makes a good community manager, because it's definitely true that not anyone can do it. You really have to have that in your personality, or do you need the experience? Is it personality? So in your opinion, let's start with one of the newest one, Tina.
What?
Just because you pulled a face.
I keep forgetting that you can see my face.
It's like skill, keep your eyes down if you don't want me to ask you. Hold it down.
I am learning, and maybe a lot of personality. I was reading through the Community Manager's Handbook again today, actually.
I'm so happy people read that.
And-
Sometimes I write these things wondering, does anyone...
Yeah.
I know Rachel for a fact, I can tell by your face.
I skimmed through it. It was very interesting.
You skimmed my work!
Well, I don't know how to be a community manager, so I'm trying to learn, and I'm a researcher, so I don't know how else to do things other than to research it and then do it, and then I write about it later.
Jo, have you read it, Joanne?
I did read it. Ben's handbook here for tomorrow night.
That's amazing. Well done. A little bit of applause for printing it out. Do you have any questions about your first events, girls? They're both tomorrow.
Yeah. So my question is, what makes a good community manager?
I should have researched this before I began as well. I haven't read the handbook either, but
According to the handbook, you should be a rather selfless person.
yeah, I think it's true actually. You have to be quite selfless because you can't go there.
Let somebody else answer this. I'm just reading through the, yeah.
Oh, you're back. Okay,
You're
so
editing this.
you froze for a second. Yeah, I was just carrying on your point about being selfless, which I think is actually kind of true. I think most of us will find by the time you get to your end of the event, you'll find you've not eaten or drank anything for the past 4 or 5 hours. You're tired, you're dehydrated, and your feet are killing you, and your voice is gone, and your face is aching from all the smiling and all the laughing.
Yes, yes, agree.
I had to defend my GGIs on the last event because there were some creepy guys like coming up to them, and without even realizing it, I just sort of came in between them, and I didn't mean to push him.
You just started fight.
He just went flying, literally flying over the room.
You started a bar fight.
They're
going to yes,
It was because he was messing with my girls. Like he was fine. I went up and I checked he was okay, but yeah.
You're a big mother hen, that's you.
I am.
Oh, Tamara has joined. We're just talking about what makes a good community manager. And so far, you have to be a bouncer. Oh, Daddy,
Oh, bye, Daddy.
I think somebody else has had a little bit too much wine.
I'm drinking tea.
Wine.
With a bit of rum.
Yeah.
Going Irish over there. Joking. But yeah, cool. Yeah, at this point, just quickly say hello to Tamara. Where are you, Tamara, today? We never know where you are. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yes, I'm in Madrid right now.
You're in Madrid?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the summer a little bit. It's really nice weather here. I'm not sure how about you girls, but we have a lot of hot temperatures around here lately.
Good. And you were just in Ibiza last week?
I was in Ibiza, yeah, that's right. I was there for the weekend with some family and friends, so really had a good time.
Good. And what's your position in Girl Gun International? What do you do?
I'm right now Madrid community manager. I'm living in Hamburg, but I'm just flying once a month back to Madrid from Hamburg, or sometimes I'm staying like 1 or 2 months here in Madrid. So I'm just like between Hamburg and Madrid.
I always say this is dedication for you. You have a community manager who flies to her city to host events. Love it. Only
But
you.
I'm actually thinking about some help.
You're thinking of what? Sorry?
I'm thinking about getting some help too. Like maybe some of the girls are actually very nice and they volunteer to help a little bit with events. So maybe I don't need to fly every month, but
yeah, it's kind of expensive.
Would be okay.
Yeah. Your expense account's going to be huge. Oh, you don't have one. Sorry. But cool. Yeah. Danny, do you think you have to be an extrovert in order to be a community manager?
Yeah, I think so. Because how else would you be able to? I think you need to kind of draw the girls in as well. There may be some people, as with all sort of new encounters, some people may not want to like talk and they don't know what to say. So you kind of have to be that person to break the ice. And I think someone who's good at that will be helpful in the group. Because then they could make them feel comfortable. And once they feel comfortable around other people, and that's how the groups eventually grow.
Yeah, this is very true, actually, yeah. And Joanne, anything else you want to add or questions you have?
Um,
Oh, do you
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
How do you decide on which venue to host a community meetup?
So how do you choose your venue?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the hard question.
The hard question.
Cheapest.
Rachel, what was your answer?
Choose the cheapest.
Yeah, it really
In Reykjavik, that really is a huge issue because especially alcohol is so expensive here. So a lot of the time, I just choose a happy hour that's going on and say meet at the beginning of happy hour and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way of doing it. I think every single city seems to be completely unique. I've seen all the girls encounter problems. I don't think there's been any city where it's been easy. I mean, you can tell me otherwise, but London especially is difficult. I think this is where part of the community manager's job is, a large part of it is finding the right venue. And then if you find one that you like, or 2 or 3 or 4, there's nothing wrong with rotating them. So you just choose one. I mean, I would prefer not to use the same place time in, time and again, because people start to get a bit bored. It's a bit of deja vu. But if that's what you have to do in London because you have a problem trying to find somewhere that doesn't demand a huge deposit or make you leave your credit card details, which is always a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's the problem that we just had last week in Hamburg. So by now we're always on a meet up about 50 to 70 girls, and locations just want us to pay in advance some money or give our credit details because they say we can't reserve tables for 50 girls without any security. So we just had it this week that we had to cancel the location that we were planning for 2 weeks after we talked with the old location for a week over all the details, and it was a massive issue, and we just had to change back to a location that we used before, but they have always a waiter, a very cute one that is only for the GGIs, and yeah, I really like him. He's so cute. And one of the others, he's from Portugal, so he speaks really, really good English as well. And for me, it is really important that the payment is easy, because we had it before that we were 40 girls, and just some of the girls probably not by purpose forgot to pay their cocktails, and so at the end we had to pay it. And at La Barraca, everyone is paying via their iPad. So That's really good. You get an iPad when you enter the location, and at the end you give back the iPad, and then you just pay what's on your iPad. So that's really easy for me, and we have always our own area. But this is because Anne started at La Baraka, and now they know us, and we grew with the location, so it's fine with them. But I definitely want to try new locations, and Marin, who's supporting me here in Hamburg, she found another one, and has been very often to that location, so she will make a good deal with them. And yeah, but this is the problem. Once the group is really, really big, it's hard to find a location where 40 to 70 girls fit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree. That's one of the issues. Hopefully in the future, with the magazine subscriptions, etc., we can kind of build some cash there so that we can start to use that money for down deposits and stuff. And I will come to those cities and chase people who haven't paid their cocktail. Oh, no, I'll just say Megan. She's a scary one. Yeah, so it's something we can look at in the future, but for now, really, you just have to use the gift of the gab. You have to use your personalities to get in there, and establishing contacts and relationships is the only way.
Okay.
It really is. That's how I've done it in other places, because, yeah, as soon as you hit over a certain amount, they're going to start asking for deposits. I mean, I know something you could look at is holding smaller, more frequent events, if that suits your city. So maybe instead of having one large one per month, maybe you find it's easier to have 2 smaller ones, and you cap your RSVP at 25. Maybe that's something we have to look at doing. But again, it's more your time involved in doing that, or else you find someone else to help host. But that's something we could explore as well. But places that I've used are like delis and cafes that are only open during the day. And then I say to them, look, would you open in an evening on a Monday or Tuesday night when you're not open anyway? We will bring you 40, 45 people, so it's kind of worth your time staying open.
Mm-hmm.
So these smaller, independently owned places are sometimes very open to that idea because it's extra cash. All they need to do is pre-prepare some food. So they have quiche and cake and wine. That's all we need to have a good time.
Wine, especially the wine.
And that's all. We've done that a few times in Hamburg, and that's worked really efficiently. So it's very low cost for the guys to provide. They don't need much service. It can be self-service. We don't require that much tension. Apart from wine, don't let the girls serve their own wine. So they just need maybe one member of staff and someone to cash up at the end. So again, that's getting into conversation. So if you go somewhere nice for a brunch, or you go somewhere nice for lunch, then ask to speak to the owner and investigate the possibility. Just an idea.
Okay.
But I think, me and Danny will probably have to have some discussions about London to try and get our head around how we're going to...
Yeah, London's a bit of a tricky one. There are a lot of things to do, I think, but I think there's obviously the deposit on the bar part of it, and then I was thinking, since it's the end of summer and we've actually been blessed for a full month of sun, which is unheard of in London, it would be nice to do an end of summer picnic. But even though that's cheap when it comes to a venue, because all I have to say is just meet us at a certain cafe, we walk over to Hyde Park and we just have a picnic there, it would possibly not require but be suggested that the girls bring something to eat, bring a tray or a bag of donuts or Doritos or whatever it is, just to kind of chip in. I don't mind going to the grocery and picking up a few bottles of wine, some cookies and cupcakes and stuff like that, which is really kind of low cost. But it would be nice if I would be able to ask them to say, to kind of help out or whatever the case may be.
It's not your job to provide catering ever.
Yeah, okay.
Ever. I always say to the community managers, don't be putting down cash of your own. That's not your job to do.
Okay.
Never do that. So that's why I say no credit cards, don't bring food, etc. But a potluck, that would work. So have a potluck picnic or something. Yeah. Joanne, how are you getting on in LA with finding locations? Is it a similar problem there? Oh, I can see by your face.
So LA's, I don't know if any of you have ever been here, but LA is notoriously big and spread out, so it's very difficult to find a central location that everybody likes to come to on a weeknight. So I picked downtown LA, which is kind of central. It's probably about an hour's drive for me from my work, and it will be the same for anybody else, but hopefully they'll make the effort. And finding a venue down there that would be prepared to have us was kind of difficult. But luckily my husband works down there, so I got him and his friends to figure out where would be a good place where they've done events down there for free.
Oh, okay.
And they came back to me with like 4 or 5, so I went and took a look at them. And the place that we're going it's just the outdoor bar area of a big Japanese restaurant, but they were pretty nice and friendly when I asked them about it. They were very happy to have us on a Monday night, because when I went in on a Monday night, there were very few people there, so it wasn't going to be a problem for them to have us take over, a small area of the bar. And I was like, everybody pays their own way, and so we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think you've hit on something there, definitely, is doing it on a strange night. So like on a Monday or Tuesday night, when business is really slow for them, and they welcome you, as opposed to a Friday and Saturday night where they just laugh at you.
Right.
Tuesday, show me a restaurant that's busy on a Monday night, really.
I did a lot of research on nice places to go in downtown LA, like looking at Yelp, but all of those places that rate really highly, they're not going to touch you with a barge pole without a deposit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay.
It'll be really interesting to see how it develops in LA. Oh, sorry, I thought someone said something. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how LA develops. Good luck with that. Yeah, I'll put you in touch with Katerina as well, who will help you as well with some of the promotions for LA. So I think it's kind of good that we start off slow. Again, you've got the advantage that you're a small group already, so you can do like we did in Hamburg, like grow with the restaurant or your favorite location, so they know you have that relationship. Cannot emphasize the relationship with owners enough. That really is a huge thing. Also tap into your membership base. You'll have women who own cafes, restaurants, or who have been in the city for a long time, who will know people, so tap into our Girl Gun International network as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow night to get a bit more idea as to where people are, because Los Angeles is huge. It's like London, it's so spread out. Some of them could be 15 miles away, and it takes them far too long to get to downtown. So if I can find sort of a sweet spot of an area that everybody would find easier to get to, it'll be easier for me to sort places out. I'd love it if it was somewhere closer to home.
Just your living room. No.
Fingers crossed, next time we might be out by the beach and I don't have to travel so far.
You're living at the beach, you lucky lady.
Yeah.
Okay, on to LA for our next meeting. Okay. So anything else? Any other things that make a good community manager that jump out at you? With the group, we're also massively diverse. You will find people that you absolutely love, and then some people you don't have so much in common with, and that's absolutely fine. You don't have to be best friends with everyone, but you can help them find their best friends. So maybe you're talking to someone, and then you have a conversation with another person, and you think, actually they'd really, really hit it off because they have X, Y, Z in common. Then you introduce them to each other, and again, that's your job, is really just having these conversations and really facilitating friendships in a way as well. So I think that's a big part of being a community manager, and a good one, is facilitating these friendships and then kind of naturally just kind of working out who would get on with who, and really just giving people a little bit of a push, because sometimes that's what people just need. So not everyone is massively extrovert, and that's a good thing. So we're a big, massive mixed group, with so many different interests and personality types, and that's what makes it so amazing. So if you're always just chatting with everyone, you'll slowly kind of work out who would make good friends with who. And then you'll find some good friends too, as we all have. Any nice friendship stories from anyone? Anyone made any mates through Girl Gun International?
Merit. And Tamara. Tamara came to visit me. That's a really good story.
Yeah, it's a good story. I like that one.
Tamara, actually, I'd never had someone come visit me before, and then when I moved to Reykjavik, Tamara was like, "I'm coming! Wait for me!"
Visit you too.
I was so excited.
Yeah, we'll all end up sleeping at each other's sofas at some point, I'm sure. Maybe just have our own GGI couch surfing type thing.
That's fine. Like Tamara did. You can all just share my bed, and Carl can go on the sofa. That's what he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. We kept him out.
That's really funny. Cool. And Tina, you've met some nice people in Rome already, have you not?
Yeah, no, I have. I've met quite a few actually. I
Tell
met
us about your
one.
magic fountain.
My magic fountain.
So that's a nice story to finish off on. Tell us about the magic fountain.
Which story about the magic fountain?
Just in
Sounds
general.
rude.
This mystical place that you go to. And
Yeah, so I go to. Okay, so I don't like to drink alone. So and when I first came here, I was by myself, trying to start up a community in Rome, and so I would go to this fountain that's at Piazza Madonna dei Monti in Monti, which is off of Cavera metro station, and it's become my favorite place to hang out. I hang out there about 3 nights a week. And but I went there because it's a really social place. Starting at about 6 p.m., some of the bars in the area, they start doing aperitivo and drinks, and so some people will be in those, but also there are a couple of places where you can just buy beer or bottles of wine, and then people sit by the fountain and drink them. And by about 8 p.m., this place is just crowded with people. It's amazing. And I've met 2 girlfriends there just by them asking me if I had a lighter. Just quite funny. And the one girl, Mel Pisano, she's kind of helped me with this first event. She's just getting back from Boston tonight, and so she'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow for our event. But she was the first one that I met, and she's kind of helping me with the Rome chapter here. And she's brilliant, and strangely enough, she also was working at the same place as me, where I'm working here in Rome, so that was kind of cool. And then another girl who's actually Italian, and it was the same type of a deal. I've also met some gentlemen callers there, but otherwise, the fountain is just a good place to have a few classy drinks of wine, and make new friends.
Like it.
Oh, wait, I didn't even tell you. I did make 2 new friends there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I put up the make friends vibe. I don't know if it's the American in me or my chronic enthusiasm disorder, but I did make some new friends. After I made new friends, I drank like 2 more bottles of wine, so that's why I forgot. But Dave joined
You
us.
lost just one friend, and then they just became 2 after.
I forgot about that, I think it was a Tuesday night. I forgot about that night. Anyways, no, they're on the Facebook group. I noticed that earlier today, but I just wasn't really, and they've RSVP'd for our event tomorrow, so that was quite cool too.
Good.
But,
just quickly before we head off, Megan, any updates on the magazine? Where are we at? What's happening? Anything you want to add?
No, I just actually, let me see here. So I need to talk to Tina, I think, go through the contents. We can do that tonight. And then Rachel will look at the pictures and stuff and figure out.
I gotta figure out my Dropbox, but
Yeah, okay. We can definitely do that this week. I'm moving on Wednesday, so, actually,
we can do it tonight as well if you want. I mean,
okay, yeah, whenever it's
just you, me, and Tina hanging out.
Yeah, if you want to stay on after this, we can do that.
Cool.
And then actually, I think that's.
Have you worked out the cover yet?
No, actually, I wanted to talk to Merritt about the cover.
And why do you want to talk to Merritt about the cover?
Because we were thinking of shooting you for the cover, if you wanted to do that.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
You are really hot.
Yeah.
Obvious.
Well, we like your style, and you're the Hamburg community manager of the biggest group, and it would
I'm coming to Hamburg, so.
Well, that too, but so yeah, I think you would cover. So we could email about it whenever.
Yeah, I mean, on the 10th of August, I will have the big meetup as a picnic, and I will do the art victims and I have already about 30 gals saying they really want to participate.
Yeah.
So Rachel was my first GGI art victim, but I'm gonna do one specially for the GGIs. So I'm really, really looking forward how many girls gonna show up and how many girls I have to take pictures
I
of.
still haven't seen that photo, Merritt.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not gonna publish it before the exhibition.
Any last questions then before we all head off and have a nice Sunday evening?
If everyone could just let their communities know about the Pinterest site, they can follow the boards, repin, and stuff like that. That would be great.
Yeah. So yeah, good luck tomorrow in LA and Rome with your launch events. And yeah, so we'll all chat again soon. But thank you so much for taking the time to come and have a little chat. It's always fun. And yeah, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night. See you, girls.
Bye.
Bye.